When looking at the differences between digital and disc consoles and which one to buy, the first thing you got to think about is convenience. Which one is more convenient for you as a user? So whether you want to buy disc or digital, what are you playing with the most? Are you playing with discs or are you playing with digital downloads the most? For me, I definitely prefer disc editions because one, I do have the choice between if I want to download digital versions of games or if I want to buy the disc. That's the first thing. And the second thing is digital assets aren't a really great thing to buy because, you can't return them, can't resell them for a profit or any money later. You can't let your friends borrow them. Examples like that. Also cost. For getting a digital edition console, it's actually a lot smaller than these disc editions. Unless you get the PlayStation 5 model, then it's pretty much the exact same thing. With the disc edition, you're just getting the disc drive and it's $150 more. But that also comes into cost. Our digital editions are a lot more cost friendly than these disc editions, but for example, efficiency of just the consoles themselves, I would say that the Xbox Series X is twice as powerful as the Xbox Series S, and I've done it with graphics comparisons, speed comparisons. Internal SSD is twice as powerful with the Series X, and also it's just graphically more impressive. You get more colors, you get better depth of field, you get a better gameplay experience overall, smoother frame rates, and also just better speeds and graphics in general. It's 4K output while this is only 1440p. Now with the PlayStation 5 versions, they pretty much run the exact same. That's just it. The reason why we want the digital editions is mainly I find it's more for storage and space. So not only physically is the console a little bit smaller, but also for saving games. You don't have to store them anywhere. You can just have it digitally. It's a more convenient console because of that. And sometimes, boys, smaller is better. Anyway, yeah, so you've always got every game on the library on there with the digital. So it's also good to have that digital option because, you don't have to go to the shops, see whatever's on the shelves, and whatever's on the shelves is what you can buy pretty much. Whereas on the digital stores, it's always there. And with the Game Pass and stuff like that, we're getting all these indie games that aren't even on the shelves. We get all these games, even with the Nintendo Switch, there's a lot of third-party games that we can't even get on the shelves in the digital store. So there's an advantage by doing digital only because of those. But because of the disc, we can do both disc and digital downloads, so you have that choice and we get the better resolution output. So it's up to you. It is more expensive and harder to get these consoles too though. Also, it's also dependent on your internet connection. So for me at home, I live in Australia. We all know we have the worst internet in the world. And basically, it's probably better to do more disc downloads because when you're installing the games, you have to, one, install the game, download the game, and then you can play it. Whereas if you get the disc, you can just install the game from the disc and then play it. So it does have that value in that sense. And that also comes into storage. If you can afford the extra storage, we all know internal storage is extremely expensive, while external storage is a little bit more affordable for the user. So definitely thinking about that, getting the disc edition would actually be better for storage. So altogether, you would probably get a lot more out of getting your disc edition because we can download both disc and digital versions of the games. We have that choice. It's also better for sort of game storage because we only have to install the game on here. We don't have to digitally download an extra 100 gigabytes more powerful. Overall, we've got better graphics, a better resolution, better colors with the Xbox Series X. With the PlayStation 5, pretty much the exact same thing across the board. With the digital editions, such as the Xbox Series S, it's a lot smaller. And, you don't have to find places to put all your games and stuff like that. So overall, this might actually be a better option. We've also always got digital sales. Okay, it's actually cheaper overall to download digital games. And because of things like, the Game Pass being very affordable, it's a monthly subscription for only, $10 a month, and you can actually get, hundreds of games. Whether you like them or not, that's a different question. It's still there. We can get hundreds of games for pretty much $10 a month and get all the AAA games for Xbox there. So that's another option there. And with PlayStation, we've got the PlayStation Plus. It's a bit more expensive, and we have multiple tiers of each subscription. We definitely have these options here. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed because of getting, the subscription services. So it's been really worthwhile overall, and playing a lot of Forza, for example. It takes a while to download these games though, like from my perspective, to actually play them, because stuff like Forza is over 100 gigabytes. And also because of the internet issues, just at home, for example, having to do consistent updates like all the time is a bit of an issue for me as a user. Getting the disc edition is probably the best thing for me, but everybody's different. Everybody's got a different living situation, so it's not for me to judge. It's only for me to say, here's a comparison, here's my unbiased opinion, left to right, and there you go, pretty much. So hopefully this video helps you out and educates you on sort of disc and digital editions. There's a lot of differences in terms of cost, resolutions, colors, but personally for me, I still feel like disc editions are still the way to go because we have all the options still there for us. Overall, we just have a lot more convenience when it comes to getting these digital consoles than with the disc editions. But overall, I still feel like because of all the features, we still get the most out of our disc edition consoles. So I hope this video helps you out. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you guys next time. As a console overall, we've got better graphics, better revolutions. We just have more accessibility and a lot more ease of use, convenience, and stuff. Overall,